Welcome to the Miami Heat Zone podcast. Guys, we're going to break down these reports from Shams and Windhorst. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. We're so close to 6,000 subscribers, and thank you for all the support. So per Windhorst, they've had conversations with a number of teams, I'm told, and they don't have a trade that they're even close to. They don't like any of their options on the table. So what do you do when you don't have a trade? You keep going and wait for something to develop. Let's listen to the rest of Windhorst.
What's the best move for the Heat going forward here? Actually, I don't even say want to go forward. This week, what's the best move for the Heat this week?
Well, the problem is that they've had conversations with a number of teams, I'm told, and they don't have a trade that they're even close to. They don't like any of the options on the table. So what do you do when you don't have a trade? You keep going and wait for something to develop. The thing about it is they didn't suspend Jimmy Butler for saying he wanted to be traded. They partially suspended him for the way he was playing. And if Jimmy Butler's position hasn't changed and you suspended him because of the way he was playing, which they felt was not full power, then how do you bring him back? And, that's the difficult thing, is that the suspension was probably already longer than you would expect for his behavior. So I don't think another suspension, unless something happens, is merited. So this is truly a pickle, and I think a lot of the league is watching to see what happens.
What's the best move?
So remember, guys, the Miami Heat, they do not want to take on any long-term salary. So that's huge because obviously if you have all these different trades that are available, they might be great, but they don't want to take on big salary. So there's a lot of things that the Miami Heat are going to have to look into. The real question is, will Jimmy Butler be back? Now, in terms of the locker room, I'm sure that Spo and those guys wouldn't mind. Obviously, it's going to be awkward. It is what it is, but they already said it. They're not going to pay Jimmy Butler $500,000 plus a game to stay home. It makes really no sense. To be honest, I'd rather him come back, play his ass off, and at the end of the day, he wants to leave, he gets his trade value up. And once again, I think this Miami Heat team, they're in no rush. I think what they're going to do is probably wait even a lot closer to the deadline when teams start getting desperate. Now, let's listen to Shams on his part about Jimmy Butler as well.
Your NBA, the aforementioned Shams Charania, joining us now for much more. Shams, what more can you tell us about exactly what transpired in that face-to-face meeting with Jimmy Buckets and Pat Riley?
Sources say that Jimmy Butler told Pat Riley to his face that he wants to be traded, that he will never again sign a contract in Miami, and that if he has to utilize his $52 million player option in the offseason, it will only be used as a trade maneuver. And this all leads to the Heat facing a decision near the end of this week. Do you bring Jimmy Butler back to this team? Do you reach a trade for him? Do you find a settlement to continue to have him stay away from the team? Because we've seen Eric Spoelstra, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo come out publicly and also privately essentially saying that they found a level of clarity with Jimmy Butler away from the team. No chaos, in their words, no distraction. And so these next 48 to 72 hours, there will be a lot of conversations, meetings in Miami to figure out where this goes from here and what type of finality, at least short term, can the Heat find. And I'm told that will also include another meeting for Jimmy Butler with a Heat official. That's Mickey Arison.
So hopefully the Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler can come to some type of a conclusion with this because like I said, hopefully they will be able to get some type of good compensation. But then at the same time, the Miami Heat can't be picky. They knew they weren't going to pay Jimmy Butler. But then at the same time, they didn't expect Jimmy Butler just to pretty much quit on the team. We know he wants to go to the Phoenix Suns, but unfortunately, that avenue is completely canceled. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about all this drama. And make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. We're pushing to 6,000 subscribers.